All right, so looking back, it's been over 5 years since I've done a behind the scenes video, so I think we're due. There's been a lot going on, though there hasn't been a lot of activity on the channel as far as video uploads, and actually by the time this video makes its way out there, there will probably be a decent amount, because I went on a rampage recently to create a bunch of new material, because it's been slow going. So give some background, and if you want to skip the background, look in the description, and I'll put in a time where the actual music creation begins. But the stories are pretty interesting as far as I'm concerned. So you may want to just stick around. The theory behind, or what prompted this video, was kind of branching into new ideas, new genres, exploring different things. I had a conversation with someone who's working on a robotics project and doing a lot of videos for TikTok, and I thought, well, it's not only is it a cool project, but it would be neat to add some background music if he was willing, to have me provide some soundtrack for it. And he was totally open to the idea, which thrilled me. And so as we got to talking, he said, well, he gave me time specifics and for TikTok videos, and he wanted something in the lo-fi genre, which I'd never heard of before. So just some quick internet research and some YouTube examples kind of gave me a feel for what it was about, and could I deliver it, which figured I'd be able to, but wanted to make sure that I wasn't biting off more than I could chew. So by definition, for people who were as ignorant of the genre as myself, I'm going to read, so my attention's going to the screen. Lo-fi represents a subgenre of electronic music that shares qualities with down-tempo music, the chill wave scene, and lo-fi hip-hop. Lo-fi music mixed elements of house, jazz, easy listening, and hip-hop beats, and samples with a DIY music aesthetic that emphasizes the imperfect, homemade quality of analog recordings. Wow. So, yeah, okay. So again, I checked out some YouTube, got a feel for what the vibe of this stuff is, and just reassured myself that, yeah, I could do this. And actually, as I started composing, it was a lot of fun. Not only did it prog metal, prog rock will always be my thing. It'll always be what excites me the most. But it is nice to be branching out in some of these other things and kind of breaking my own mold and doing some additional exploration in styles of music that I normally wouldn't even think or consider going near. So this has been a lot of fun. This video, we're going behind the scenes on the fourth lo-fi creation. Yeah. So as a preempt to that, coming up with ideas, concepts, it's all the same, right? It's when you're creating music, or you're an artist, where do you have a blank canvas and you can kind of go anywhere with it. So starting off with what's going to be the inspiration for this fourth piece? What's going to be the vibe? So I've been doing a lot of reading, and I read about Parliament, George Clinton's Parliament, and so I started listening to that, and I was like, wow, how did I not know about this stuff before now? Specifically, I listened to his Mothership Connection album, side A in particular. I was listening to this, I was like, wow, this is incredible stuff. So that kind of gave me the motivation, or the inspiration, I guess, for this track that I'm going to attempt now. I don't want to get too close to that, because I want to stay true to the lo-fi vibe, but there are elements of this. I'm feeling funky. So I my goal for this particular piece is to kind of have a funk vibe, kind of groovy type of vibe to it. It's vibing, man. I'm saying vibe a lot. And a little bit more background as I was composing the lo-fi stuff. What's interesting is it almost forces you to get to the point right away, because you have 1 minute basically, following the TikTok format, or the ideal TikTok format is a 1 minute pieces. So the compositions kind of need to get to the point quickly. With several of my prog compositions, they meander a little bit, and that's cool. That's the whole point for me. That's the whole point, and the whole the attraction to prog is that there are no rules with it, and you do what moves you. So it could take 2 minutes before I get to some lyric, which is for me fantastic. But in this structure, though it's instrumental, the point is to get to the vibe right away, and it's not a heavily evolving thing. It's more a rhythmic, a pattern, a repeated pattern, a groove, So that's been interesting. It's also been a little easier to compose, because for whatever reason, I tend to, or particularly with the compositions of this lo-fi stuff, been jumping into 30 second snippets, which can just then be copied and pasted to give the full 1 minute thing. So the idea seems to complete the foundation, or the founding idea manages to complete itself within 30 seconds, which is perfect, because then it's just paste over and you've got your 1 minute and you're done. Of the foundation. And then of course there's embellishment and all the other exciting stuff that happens with any musical composition. So that's been kind of fun. It's been almost, I don't want to call it easy, because it's, music composition is just that. It's not something that you just throw together. I mean, I suppose some people can do that, and that's probably how it sounds. Okay. So my philosophy is always about the music first, and it's all organic. I don't want pre-recorded stuff. I want it to be an actual musical piece, a true composition. So that's how this stuff comes to be, and it's how I'm staying true to myself, and keeping the music, I think, interesting as well, as this new genre is kind of being explored. So that rambled on for a bit here, but hopefully you found the background interesting, and we're going to start making some music. So thank you for hanging in this long. If you have, if you haven't, you've skipped, and here we go. We're going to head into some actual music making. All right. So what we're doing here is just firing up the project, initializing. We're actually going to get rid of this. I'm going to pull in initially track template, Bonham and bass, which is my go-to bass sound, and the John Bonham simulated kit, which is going to change, which you'll see later on. But right now, these are the go-to sounds. This is where we're going to start establishing the beats. Well, yes, the beat with the drums, and I'll see you at the kit. All right, so again, the foundation, the beat itself, we're going to try to get it funky, get something funky going on. Going to take a few swings at this. I have no idea exactly where this is going to end up, but we're going to try to get funky. It's a shame I didn't hit the record button, because that was spot on. course. Because when you hit the record button, I'm thinking that might be a little bit too up-tempo. It needs to groove, you know? It needs to kind of like be chill. And this is awesome, but it's not chill. Not chill at all. That wakes the neighbors. So we're gonna chill it. We're gonna put it on ice. That's our beat. So again, that was recorded using John Bonham's, a sample of John Bonham's kit, which doesn't really work for the lo-fi sound. So we're just going to go into the settings and change it up and make it the Misfit kit, which is what I've been using for the lo-fi composition. So this is what it sounds like with that modification in place. Oh yeah. Right. Now again, mind you, it was all physical drumming. This isn't a sample, this is real drumming, it's a real beat. Just change the sound of the what was actually being struck. So I'm just going to copy this over, make it a loop, make it a make it loop twice, and yeah, so then we'll have our close to 1 minute framework. One thing to note too is that the sounds that are coming out of the speaker in the studio is not what you're hearing on the phone. Obviously the phone mic is not picking up identically what's being heard in the room, unfortunately, because it sounds much cooler in the room than it does during this playback. Being that what it is. Now we're going to add some bass. So, yeah. So again, we're going with the standard rock bass sound, that my go-to sound for most of my compositions, but that's going to change. We're going to change the tone of the bass, or the sound of the bass, exactly like we did with the drums. Haven't figured out what sound I'm going to yet, but I want to get the notes down first. So here we go. Buckle in, babies. I'm feeling the key of G. Keep playing with it. That's funkin' down, right? Let's get down. It's something. I don't know what it is. It's whatever you want it to be. Yes. Let's do it with the drums again. Let's get some sync on. I'm not recording yet, which means I'll play it perfectly this time. It's fun. Very fun. Is it fun for you? It's fun for me. Is it fun for you? I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Oh, I'm not recording. I want something to make Bootsy Collins happy. Put a smile on Bootsy Collins' face. I don't know. You know, something like that. I don't know. It probably won't happen. Back to the groove. Yeah. And now, so now there's like It's like 10 seconds still before we hit the time. So we're going to add to this, I think, and kind of find some resolution to it. But I think there's some stuff here salvageable, stuff that has to be fixed. So maybe we'll just keep rolling and I'll do some crazy editing later. This is where it starts flying off the rails. Yeah. Oh, all right, let me find it. I'll find it. Right there, that's where it starts. Okay. And then, like a surgeon, we remove it. Why don't I move you over so you can kind of see what I'm doing? That makes for a charming video if you can't see the subject in it. Oh my God! Well, that was probably the most exciting part of the video yet. In the meantime, my headphones are now broken. Oh, let me pause. This is a disaster. Okay, crisis averted. That wasn't, the headphones are fine. I was overreacting. But man, what amazing action sequence. I bet you were not planning to see that during this video. See what happens if you don't watch the whole video? That is a bunch of nonsense. Let me just make sure that this groove is solid. The end groove is solid. Yeah, good. This is what makes this channel so special. Like, I had no idea after the accident that the camera flipped and I was upside down. I mean, you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you don't see quality like this, folks. Let me tell you, I can guarantee it. But in seriousness, I've seen some pretty ridiculous homemade videos, and this is better. Even without the accident and upside down stuff. Trust me, this video is quality, baby. All right. So, okay, where I left it, upside down, I edited some of that out because I was upside down. We're fixing the nasty bass part. Whether there was a section of bass that was just full of clams, so we're gonna fix that now. I had a kind of cool part, but in downloading video, putting up new, charging the phone again, and I forgot what I had written and intended for this part. So sometimes that happens. All right, so I got a great little descending riff. It's a little I Shot the Sheriff, but that's all right. That's all right. A little borrowing's never a bad thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. Not in this case. Now, maybe we go to the F to come back, resolve back on the G. Not sure. Yeah. Oh. I think, okay. So that's really it. Just want to add a little bit of new flavor to the bass line, and I think I want to do that maybe with like a ascending riff. That riff is descending, so maybe we go ascending back to descending into the main groove. What the heck happened there? Wow, where'd you go? Chromatic. That's perfect. That's fine. That'll get us there. In a way that's good. It's not. Oh yeah. Let's see this. All right. I think we have our bass track. Oh, maybe that's it then. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Stop, stop, stop. That was so cool. Yeah, I like it. A simple 4 notes, ascending, still ascending, so it keeps the vibe. Yeah, yeah, and it, you know, I don't know what it does. It intersects. What it does, folks, is it intersects with the bass, so there's a nice interplay between the drums, so that there's a pause, boom, boom, boom. I mean, you heard it. What am I explaining this to you for? One more time. Why don't you? Yes. Oh man, that is the line. That is the line for that part. For that moment. For that moment in time, that is the line. Now that's some funk, baby. Yeah, come on. I mean, for me, it's very funky, man. Yes. Very good. Yes. Sounds funky to me. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just creating the piece. Playback. That little pause. Okay, and something's going to eventually tie in. You know, I have some wiggle room there for the ending. So, but yeah, good. So we're going to call the bass. We're going to call the bass track done at this point, and now add some little icing to the cake. Maybe some horns. Ooh, yeah, maybe some ambiance in the background. I haven't figured it out yet. And actually, interestingly enough, this bass sound works for this. So I'm keeping the bass sound. I was thinking about making it kind of techy, techno. No, this fits. So there. All right. So to catch up, we're gonna layer in some alto sax now. Harmony part. And that might be a nice way to segue into it. There's a couple. Oh. I wasn't recording. Oh, God. I was recording here. All right. Let's roll them. It'd be just as good. I'm going to pause this. Let's check it out. All right, so there's some of that I really like, and some of that is like, yeah, I could probably want to redo. So I think what I'm going to do is just do a little chopping, a little cutting and pasting here, playing with what was done, and then re-performing some of the areas that I'm not really thrilled with. So that's where we are. Okay, we're there. We're actually almost done. Yeah, just move some stuff around. Need a little more flavor in some stuff. I changed one of the chords. Started the sax at the very beginning with all the other instruments. Then I need just a little riff. That's great. I didn't hit the record button again. Will you stop that? That was just dumb. That was just dumb sounding. I like the slide though. The slide. That second riff is really cool though. Pasty? I want to get the slide a little smoother though. Makes sound like a trumpet. Ah, you kidding me? So get another horn. I want to get a trumpet in there, just some accents. You know, a little syncopated thing. For lack of better term. Oh, that came out better than I thought. Yeah. And then that little bass in play. There's a lot of neat stuff going on in this short little piece. This is what's so fun about, I'm talking over the music. But this is what's kind of like fun about this stuff. And it comes together in a relatively short amount of time. So I mean, this started this. Well, this is taking a little longer because the video aspect of it. But in about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, I can come up with a completed piece, which is fun, you know, because you kind of in and out and on to the next thing. I'm going to do a little bit more editing here. I want to try to get that slide, and I think the sax part will be done. But I'm hearing like little trumpet blasts. Is that a trumpet? That's a trombone. That's a trumpet blast. So there's more to be done here, a little more flavor, but we're in a good space here, I think, with the alto sax. So we've got the trumpet sound dialed up. Not 100% sure on the actual part yet. Cut that part out, let the sax flow. So that's really first edit, right? So, and actually there's an extra note in here that I'm just gonna, oh, hi, they're over there. Zonk that, because I don't want that interfering with the first sax solo. Yes. All right. Oh, bodo don't dodo. All right, so yeah, just a little bit of editing here. I think I'm just gonna. You don't need to watch me edit. So just a couple things here. You know, it's happening. All right, later on. Yeah, that was really it. So I think I changed 2 or 3 notes in the trumpet. Everything's fine, just the way that it is. I'm gonna try to add some reverb to just the sax solo parts. I want to give them a little wetter feel. Beyond that, I'm not sure. We might be done. We'll find out. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. So what happened after the fact was we took the last section, the last ascending line, and repeated it 2 more times to create the end, and then added a bang at the end, and that's it. It's pretty much stage ready, folks. So I'm gonna have, I don't know if this will work or not. I'm going to move the phone closer to the speaker. Maybe that'll make the sound a little better, and have a dance off between me and Lily. So that should be entertaining. Thanks for sticking with. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, and were entertained.
I can only hold this pose for so long. Bye-bye.